You have probably heard about this by now, and it's something I feel strongly about as a woman, as a creator, as a fan, as someone living in the United States. A streamer who goes by EMIRU was doing a meet and greet with fans at TWITCHCON when some random man, while she was already with someone, walked right up and forced a hug on her and seemingly tried to kiss her. And she actually confirmed that herself. In the video, you can see her backing up and trying to push him away, and only then does security step forward and shove him off. Then he just walks away. He's just allowed to walk away and leave. Couple of things before I move on. There is no reason why he should have gotten that far. Like I said, she was already taking a picture with someone. Some random guy cutting through the lines and the barricades, interrupting, is obviously not supposed to be there. There needs to be security there who are actually paying attention to their surroundings, for one thing, and actually ready to take action before an attacker gets their hands on someone, for another. Why was he given so much time to walk up to her? That should never have happened. He should have never gotten that far. I don't know how efficient TWITCHCON is at ensuring no one entering the building has a weapon, but given what I see here, I'm not very confident. What if he had a gun? What if he had a knife? As this commenter points out, if he'd had a knife on him and decided he wanted to stab her, thanks to the abysmal security just standing around with his dick in his hands, EMIRU would have died. This wouldn't have been an assault video, it would be snuff. And no one made a move to stop him. And I know, we have an anti-intellectual epidemic on our hands, and shallow, apathetic people love slapping. It's not that deep on everything, but yes, it is. Yes, it absolutely is. This is literally how Christina Grimmie died. She was at an event, a worthless piece of shit walked right up to her and shot her. It is absolutely that deep and that serious. Did we learn nothing from that tragedy? How has it been 9.5 years and nothing has changed? As a matter of fact, we're not getting into the politics or who he was as a person, but this is also similar to how Charlie Kirk died. The world watched that happen at an event. How do you have an event mere months later and fail to protect your creators in this way? In this political climate, with political creators on Twitch, and this parasocial climate where everyone is at each other's throats, and in this country anyone can get their hands on a gun, it's so stupid. It goes beyond stupid. They made the active, conscious choice to fail an open book test. Twitch released a statement. The safety and security of all those attending TWITCHCON is our highest priority. Sure it is. The behavior displayed by the individual involved in the incident yesterday involving a high-profile streamer was completely unacceptable and deeply upsetting. In line with existing TWITCHCON security protocols, law enforcement and event security were on site and responded to the incident. We immediately blocked this individual from returning to the TWITCHCON premises, and they are banned indefinitely from Twitch, both online and in-person events. We are coordinating with the impacted creators team, and per our standard protocols, continue to cooperate with any law enforcement investigations. We have increased security at the meet and greet attendee check-in point, and will have additional security personnel surrounding participating streamers. If you've RSVP'd for a meet and greet, please note that we are unable to accommodate +1s for the remainder of the event. Twitch has zero tolerance for harassment or acts that inhibit the safety and security of our community. If it was your highest priority, this wouldn't have happened, and you would have sufficient security beforehand, not after an incident already occurs. But okay. And again, there should have been more security present to begin with. Why do you increase security only after something has happened to someone? Preventative measures. Hello. And then EMIRU tweeted her side of the incident. Hello everyone, I'm okay and thank you for all the kind messages. Sorry I cannot respond to them all. Yesterday the man who assaulted me was allowed to cross multiple barriers at TWITCHCON and even in front of another creator's meet and greet to grab me and my face and try to kiss me. Fortunately he wasn't able to, but a lot of people have pointed out it could have been a lot worse. I'm obviously shaken up by what happened, and it's not the first time I've dealt with something like this. But to tell you honestly, I am a lot more hurt and upset by how Twitch handled it during and after the fact. Like I said, I don't understand how he was allowed to make it to me in the first place. The security in the clip who reacts is my own security. It's true my favorite and usual security guard was banned for holding a stalker's arm to bring him to police at a past TWITCHCON. However, there were at least 3 or 4 other TWITCHCON security staff in the area who did not react and let the guy walk away, as you can see in the clip since they don't even appear in the frame. The woman who was walking me away is my own personal manager, and behind the booth, the only 2 people who were checking on me and comforting me were her and my friend. None of the TWITCHCON staff came to ask what happened or if I was okay. Stellar. My friend who was present told me Twitch security were also behind the booth afterwards, joking about how they didn't even see what happened and immediately laughing and moving on to talk about something else. Yeah, how funny would it have been if the guy had a weapon and your incompetence got someone killed? Absolutely pathetic. So if no one was checking if I was okay or if I needed anything and they let the guy run away initially, I have no idea what anyone hired to keep the event safe was doing. In Twitch's statement, they said that the guy was immediately caught and detained. I'm sorry, but this is a blatant lie. He was allowed to walk away from my meet and greet, and I didn't hear he was caught until hours after he attacked me. And it felt like this only happened because of my manager pressing for it, not because TwitchCon staff present thought it was a big deal. I have a lot more I want to say, but I will say it on stream later today instead of writing a book here. Thank you guys again. Sorry you all had to see that. This is definitely my last TwitchCon, and it saddens me to say, as a 10-year off non-attendee of TwitchCon, I think other creators should seriously consider not attending in the future. I did not feel cared for or protected, even bringing my own security and staff. I can't imagine how creators without those options would feel. So it's worth noting that she was contractually obligated to attend this year.
So I had to cancel my meet and greet because of the stuff, but in order to, I can't cancel my meet and greet and not cancel her show because of the fact that the reason I cancel my meet and greet is I don't want to be in the same place for 2 hours because of people being weird.
Okay.
And then I'm under contract with them, so I can't cancel one and not cancel the other.
Interesting. Oh.
So I'm sorry,
I kept my meet and greet because I wanted to keep my show. Surely it'll be fine.
I'm sorry, Emmy.
I'm sure everyone will be nice.
Twitch made her do an event that clearly she didn't want to do for good reason, and then they failed to provide the bare minimum of efficient protection. They wouldn't allow her actual personal bodyguard because he was previously banned for doing his job, unlike Twitch, and the security they provided were extremely lacking. It's just, wow. I don't blame her for not wanting to do this again. I don't blame anyone with a platform for choosing not to participate in events where fans will be in close proximity to them. There are unwell people out there, and you don't know who it's going to be. And with the way stan culture is now, parasocialism is literally dangerous. Granted, it always has been, but it's crazy now. You don't know who's going to be a stalker or a predator or when they'll make a move to do something. And when those times come, these companies are so lazy and apathetic and do not have your back at all. It's just not worth it. And let's be honest, standing around, taking a bunch of pictures in quick succession and being faced with the awkwardness or the rudeness or the weirdness does not seem worth it, even if we lived in a perfect world where no one was attacked. It just seems like a very not fun thing to do, much less when they're at risk like this. This is why, in the future, as a creator, I will not be doing events like this. It's why, as a fan, I don't really want to go to events like this. It seems fun on paper, but big crowds, where there are absolutely weirdos among you and you just don't know who, and knowing creators don't like it for this reason, nah. One commenter said, something I learned from watching her statement on stream is that while the people who bought meet and greet tickets were vetted and background checked, they did not do this for the plus ones. That's absolutely ridiculous. We're so lucky that Emmy wasn't killed. TwitchCon is incredibly negligent in so many aspects of their con, from essays to injuries to straight up lying to consumers and creators. Something else that Emmy mentioned, the Twitch originally wanted to give this guy a 30-day ban from the platform only. Her manager fought for an hour for them to permanently ban him. This whole thing is ridiculous and shouldn't have happened, and Twitch has the money to take vastly better safety precautions. But like I said, whatever. I hope creators start backing out from events in droves and not just with Twitch. These companies need to get over their greed and get it through their thick skulls before they're partially responsible for someone getting actually killed one of these days. And I hope EMIRU sues if she can. Like, what do you mean you banned her actual bodyguard because he stepped up and stopped a crazy person unlike you? How are you going to take away her actual protection and then provide nothing in place of it? Oh my God, it pisses me off. And they deserve to lose the support and the money from their creators for this. And that's the only thing they care about. So stop supporting it monetarily. You don't want to protect the people who make you money? Fine, let's hit their bank accounts. And while I'm ranting, security needs to be upped and more prepared across the board. Yeah, concerts have metal detectors you have to go through, but people are still able to climb on stage and run up to the performers. I'm sure people have figured out how to sneak weapons past the metal detectors. Billie Eilish has had an incident. Maroon 5, The Weeknd. Remember that video a few years ago of a red dot on Nick Jonas and he ran off stage just to be safe? There is no reason someone should be up on stage fearing that they have a gun pointed at them. There's no reason a fan should be able to run up on stage and approach the performer. Safety needs to be taken way more seriously than it currently is. And this may sound insane because, trust me, I do not support hoarding wealth. I am not okay with the growing wage gap between the rich and us. I think celebrities are, for the most part, greedy and stuck up. But I'll see entitled fans complain about how they're physically so far removed from us and people never interact with fans anymore. Do you see what happens when they do? I wish I had the money to be separated from the rest of you crazy bitches like they do. They're fucking scared of you. And that is not okay, and it should not be normalized the way it has been. These venues and these hosts have the funds to run a tight ship when it comes to security, and they don't. And people get attacked or even lose their lives because of it. Do fucking better.